This is Mag212, and this is my replica of Saw from Halo. I'll go over all of the internal modifications, the paint job, LEDs, and show you it firing. So to start off, this gun has LEDs, one switch back here and one switch up here, so I'll leave that on for the video. This is a rapid strike with a detachable front attachment, and I'll talk about this later. This is a minimized rapid strike, or rapid strike Uzi, and what that means is I cut off the front and I cut off the stock and integrated a Centurion stock. A Centurion stock is the really big red mega gun, and I don't really like it for its performance, but I do like it for the looks of the stock, so I cut off the stock and put that on the back of the rapid strike, and I think that really gives it the feel of the Halo Saw stock. So now I will go over the internal modifications for the rapid strike. I took out the thermistor, the resistors, electronic locks, mechanical locks, and that's basically it. And then I rewired it to a 3 AA holder, which can hold 3 truss fires. I have also added a barrel attachment point. So I took a piece of 3/8 inch polycarb, and that's really thick, but that's the only polycarbonate I had, so I used that. And I cut it down to the exact size of the face of the rapid strike, and then I bolted it on with 2 machine screws, and those go straight in, and they are countersunk. And what that means is I drilled a bigger hole, but not all the way through, but it's just enough so that the screw heads go underneath the surface, and that's so that I can attach barrel attachments without running into the screws. This is a barrel attachment I made, and I made it because this is a replica gun, and it makes it look more like the gun from the video game. And as you can see, it clicks on, and it's actually sturdier than the stock rapid strike barrel or the stock strife barrel, and it doesn't move around a lot. This is very firm, and it's also very sturdy. I know some people have said that these are not sturdy when you just glue a barrel onto the rapid strike, but it is very sturdy because you can bang it however much you want, and I'm actually banging it quite hard. My hand actually hurts right now, and it does not come off. It's a very sturdy barrel, and I'm very happy with how the attachment is. So now I will go over the front attachment. This is actually a long shot front gun. Inside, I actually took out the original long shot front gun because we all know that the long shot front gun is terrible, and I replaced it with a shot blast tank. The shot blast is actually a water gun, but it has a very powerful air tank, and I have the pump right here, and you could just throw some pumps into it, and the trigger, I actually linked the trigger, and I can fire when I pull the long shot front gun trigger. I feel like it's a very nice addition, and it is pretty big once you attach it though, so if you're really small you might not be able to pump it. I can pump it, but I have to kind of put it underneath my arm. I'm still in a firing position, so I can pump my gun and shoot at people if they're trying to attack me, and then once I have my gun all pumped up, I can shoot it. But it is very big, so if I were to run with this in a Nerf war, I would only use the front attachment to look cool, but it's much easier to just wield the rapid strike because it's much smaller and much lighter. For the long shot front gun, I also have a CPVC breech, and that comes out because it's a coupler. The CPVC breech is just a piece of 1/2 inch CPVC inside 1/2 inch PVC, and it has a really good fit on darts, so you could put a dart into the slot in there, and then once you close it, you're ready to fire. That pretty much covers all of the modifications, so now I'll go into the LEDs. I put LEDs into this gun because I think it's nice, because you can have it off like this, and it looks just like Saw from Halo, except if you want to make things a little different, you could turn on these red LEDs. The red provides nice contrast, and I think it goes very well with it. I wired all of the LEDs in parallel, and these 2 guns are still detachable, so you could turn on the LEDs in the front and not turn on the ones in the back. There are actually 2 switches, one up there underneath, and I have 4 LEDs right here and 4 LEDs up here, so that's 8 in total in the front gun. And then in the back rapid strike, I have a switch on the bottom right here, and I have 4 in the access door, and it lights up the access door, which is very nice. And then I have 2 in these little holes that I drilled, and 2 in the little slot where the bolt handle for the Centurion used to go. Now onto the paints. The base coat is in aluminum spray paint from Rust-Oleum. That went on pretty well, and then I dry brushed over it with black just to make it look kind of worn and a little dirty, because guns from video games are always look very dirty. And then I have black detailing in Abaddon Black by Citadel, just to kind of give it that Halo Saw feeling. But that's basically it. That's all the internal mods and the paints, so now let's go to the firing demo. $181, $167, $178. So as you can see, both guns are shooting very well. The Shot Blast tank is a nice addition because it's obviously shooting much harder than the Rapid Strike is. So as I said before, you can be pumping and you could be ready to fire the Rapid Strike because your hand is still on the trigger, but you can pump up the Shot Blast tank. I would recommend about 10 pumps, and then you can pull the trigger for a very powerful shot. I really like this project. I think it's really fun, and it definitely looks really cool. I know it's not a one-to-one replica of Saw from Halo, but I think it does capture the overall feeling, and it looks pretty cool. But that's the end of my overview. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.